All right, so comfortable seated position. And we're gonna do a little bit of movement with the breath. It's such a great way to keep your mind focused on a slow breath. The movement just really helps with that. So let's bring the palms together softly in front of the heart. And on your inhalation, sweep the arms down and wide and up. And then lightly bring the palms together as you exhale slowly down the center line of your body. And go as slow as you can, as long as you can with that exhale. And then inhale, sweep it back up. Good, so feel free to close your eyes so you're really just honoring your breath and not trying to follow along with me. Feeling the expansion of the inhale and that steady, complete exhale. And maybe today, maybe you've had a stressful Monday. If that is you, maybe a long exhale through pursed lips can be a little bit of that extra way to take the edge off. That nice audible exhale through pursed lips, really soothing for the nervous system. Good, just a few more. Good, after your next exhalation, let your hands float down to your knees, your thighs. And then just let your head fall forward, let your back round. We're just gonna relax here, letting your head be heavy. And just feel where the stretch is. Is it in your neck? Is it in your back? Is it both? Is it one side more than the other? Then from here, just slowly roll your head back up to neutral. Good, and just turn your head slowly side to side. Relax your mouth and your jaw. And back again to center. Letting the arms stay relaxed, either they stay on your lap or they go down by your sides as you shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then relax them. Good, inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. Couple more, inhale, shrug. Exhale, release. And last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of engaging in the upper back along the shoulder blades. 3 different spots. So I want you to think of, so if my hands were my shoulder blades, I'm going to bring them up a little bit so you can see. We're going to start to, so we just kind of we shrugged up the arms, the shoulders, which elevated the shoulder blades. So we're now gonna do, so I guess we did the first one already. Now we're gonna hug the shoulder blades in like we're squeezing a lemon. The third one is bring the bottom tips of the shoulder blades in. Okay, so I'll show you the arm movement for that, but we just did up and in a little bit. Now we're gonna do middle and then we're gonna do bottom. Okay, so go ahead and let the arms again be down by your sides. Yeah, down by your sides this one. And then draw your shoulder blades towards one another. We do this one quite often. And then release and relax. Good, do that a few more times. Squeeze them directly in towards the spine. And release. Good, squeeze. And release. Last one, squeeze. And release. Good. Now go ahead and let your head fall forward again. Maybe even come all the way down, hands to the floor and round your back. Take a deep breath in and a long, relaxing breath out. Slowly roll back up. Good. So the last one, we're going to bring the palms to face up like you're holding platters. Okay. Hands are about the same distance as your elbows. And this just allows you to get more access to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. So the elbows are going to come back behind you and squeeze inward. So you can feel this kind of in and up. And then release. Good. Again, hug the elbows in and up a little bit. And release. Again, squeezing it back in and slightly up. And release. One more time. Back in and up. And release. Palms to knees. Round your back. Lean back slightly. Chin towards chest. And now rock slightly forward, lift the chest. We're going to our little cat-cow from a seated position. Okay, so just back and forth out of the spinal flexion and extension at your own pace. Good, and come back to center. Now bring your right arm out to the side like a scarecrow arm. And then bring it up, rotating. And then rotate back down. So you feel it coming from the movement from the shoulder, rotating. And if you feel or hear little crunchies, that's okay. It just means you get some tension there. It's all right. And then back up. Good. Now back down, palm facing back behind you. Draw the shoulder back a little bit and then sweep it by your lower back. And then back up. Sweep it along the lower back over to the left. And back up. One more time. Sweep it behind. And hold here. Take your other hand and interlace your fingers. So you're like this, but you're got your hand behind. So it's like you're trying to tuck your right hand into your left pocket. Right? So right now you might already feel a nice little stretch in that right shoulder. Perhaps you tilt your head a little bit to the left. Don't force it, just kind of let it fall. And then explore, if you like, some very slow little movements with your chin, which in turn moves your whole head. Good. Now chin to chest. Head back up. Release the arm. And then roll that right shoulder. Good. And then maybe big circles, the whole arm. As straight as you can make that arm without feeling pain. Good. Change the direction of the circles. Enrica, can you still see and hear me? I hope so. Okay. All right. Bring the arm down. Relax, close your eyes and just take a moment and notice if you can feel a difference between one arm and the other. Right. Left arm, cactus, well, I guess upside down cactus position. Okay. And then up and down. Good, rotating from the shoulder. Good, notice if your upper lip wants to help. Mine always does when I do this one. Okay, now down, shoulder back a little bit, sweep the hand across the low back over to the right, and then back up. Good, again, skim the lower back with the back of your hand, and back up. Again, skim it back, and back up to center. Good, now bring it all the way over to the right as much as you can. Scoot it over, take the right hand, interlace the fingers, and just kind of rest your hands right on the upper hip there. You're kind of pressing that hand in just so you get that nice stretch. And then nice and slowly, movements if you'd like, with the head tilting to the right. Good, chin to chest. Head up, release the arms, roll the left shoulder. Change the direction of the circles. Good, and then big circles. Good, reverse the direction. Excellent, bring the hands down, both hands to the lap, close your eyes, take a deep breath in. And a relaxing breath out, softening those shoulders. Good, okay, now come off of your support here. We're gonna do a little side seated twists for a little bit more on the chest and shoulder before we come down to do a little bit more work with the tennis balls. Okay, but again, just a whole nice neck, shoulder, up, back series here. So we're gonna our side seated twist. Left hand is to the floor, right hand is to right hip. Okay, sink that right hip downwards, and then rotate the rib cage to the left. Nice little twist. Okay, just in and out of this, nice and gently. You can add the right arm when you like. Shoulder reaches back, and then horizontally across. But nice, smooth, graceful movements. And if you want to add the lift, you can do the lift for the last few rounds, lifting the hips, pressing and reaching. One more. Good, come down, bring both hands to the left. We're gonna go into our nice little twist. So come down to your left forearm, stack your hips, bring your right forearm to the floor. If that's not comfortably happening, hand is fine, arm straight. But see if you can go ahead and now rotate the rib cage down towards the floor and either relax your head, let it hang, or support your head with a block so there's no pain in your spine. Settle in with a nice long, full exhalation. Take your hands back to the floor to press yourself back up. And make your way over to the other side. So your knees are bent, you're in this little scissor position here. Left hand to the hip, right hand to the floor, you're leaning. And we're sinking that left hip down. And then rotating to the right. Good, sink. And then lift and twist. Good, maybe the left arm joins in. And maybe you add the lift. Good, last one. Come down onto that outer right hip. Bring both forearms to the floor as you stack the hips. And then rotate the rib cage down towards the floor. And perhaps resting your head on a block. Slowly make your way back up. And take your tennis balls. We're going to do upper back, okay? Have a block nearby. All right, so uppermost part of the upper back with the tennis balls. Head to the floor. Okay, and as always, if this is not enough pressure, lift your butt, put your block under your butt. Settle in. Let your hips be heavy. Relax your upper back. Soften your hands, your arms. And maybe slowly roll your head a little side to side. Relax your mouth and jaw. Now from here, come back to center and maybe, if it feels comfortable, extend your legs out on the floor. So you're in a restorative bridge, extended bridge variation here. Okay, bend your knees, feet to the floor. If they're not there already. Bring your butt to the floor. And then we're going to scoot the body back an inch or two. So the tennis balls go down your back a little bit. Okay, and from here, keep your butt on the floor. And we'll do a little bit of movement with the arms if that is not uncomfortable for you or not painful. If you want to lie still, but you might cross your arms or cross your chest, let your hands come to your shoulders and just rest there, feeling the shoulder blades spread apart, having access to a little bit more of the musculature under your shoulder blades. And you can put more pressure there by simply lifting, arching your lower back and feeling the pressure more on the upper back. You don't need much to feel more on this one. Good. Gently release the arms back down by your sides. Take a few breaths here. And then the last position, lift your butt a little bit, just to scoot your body back another inch or two so the tennis balls go down your back just another inch or two, not too much more. You're still around the shoulder blade area. You're around the bottom of the shoulder blades now. Soften the upper back as much as you can. As if your back and your rib cage are melting over and around the tennis balls. Again, you can stay in stillness, or perhaps here you do some slow windshield wiper legs. Good. And then back to center. And from here, gently roll over onto your side. Let your shoulders round, cradle your head. And perhaps even have a blanket under your head. We're going to go right into our little upper back twisting sequence, which kind of pulls this all together. So I'm lying on my right side. If you want to join me, turning to your right. And then extend the left arm forward. And then reach it a little further forward. So feel your shoulder blades sliding off your back. And then lift the arm straight up towards the ceiling. And then reach it all the way back for a nice little twist. Bring it back up and over to center. Okay, again, reach it a little further forward. Straight arm up and reach it back. Rotating in and out of the twist. So go ahead and just take your time here. In and out, let your head move comfortably with the rotation. And the next time you come into the twist, let your head come to the floor, arms out to the sides, and just soften into this twist. Relaxing as much as you can. Breathing slowly. Go ahead and gently roll back onto your side. And we'll do a quadricep stretch here before we go to the other side. So hand to knee, slide it down to your ankle, heel towards your butt. Draw the knee back slightly. Take it into a half bow if you want a little bit more hip flexor stretch, pushing the foot away from your body as the knee goes back. Finding more of this arch in your back. And gently release. And roll on to the other side. Again, start by cradling your head with your blanket or your arm. And eventually we will take the arm or blanket out when we hold into the twist, but it feels nice to support the head going in and out of the twist. So take that right arm forward and reach it a little further forward, slide the shoulder blade off the back, and then bring the arm up and rotate it back and down. Good, in and out. And now coming into the twist to hold. Head to the floor. Both arms wide. Relax the arms. If your twist doesn't take you all the way to the floor, then prop something up under your arms so that you're not forcing yourself to go deeper. Meet your body where it's at. Okay, gently roll back onto your side. And we'll go into our quadricep stretch. So again, support your head with something so the neck muscles are relaxed. Hand to knee to ankle or to foot. Heel towards your butt. Knee draws back, quadricep stretch. And then gently push the foot back behind you. As if you're trying to kick it straight behind you, arching in the back for a nice hip flexor stretch. Okay, gently release. And I want to add one more thing here for this little upper back arm shoulder sequence. And this one is going to be prone. So you're going to be lying on your abdomen. If the lower back is cranky, typically lying on your belly or doing any little back bend thing, then put your folded blanket under your pelvis lower than your belly button. And that will be soothing for the low back. And what we're going to do is take your blocks. This is going to be a variation on Sphinx pose. Let me actually face forward so you can see what I'm doing with the blocks. Either the second tallest level like this or the tallest level. And I'm going to do tallest level just so you can see. You're going to put them right on pec minor, so the right sort of edge of the armpit, edge of the chest, okay? And you're gonna be laying right down, blocks are gonna be to the floor. So let me show you what it looks like. You're propped up by the blocks, right? Again, it's not on your breast tissue, it's like on the edge, right on pec minor, and your arm's just gonna relax as your head drops. So you're in a back, but you're in a sphinx position, but your arms just kind of floating, hands are on the floor, and you're getting pressure in the armpit chest area. You're getting a massage in that armpit chest area. If it's too high and hurts, put the blocks down a level. Okay? Sometimes the tallest level can be too much. Yep, so right, and the blocks are kind of turned slightly inwards a little bit. They're not totally parallel, they're a little bit turned inward. So that you're getting, again, right on the edge of the chest, slightly turned in. And if you're like, I have no idea what she's trying to do here, then just go into supported sphinx on your forearms. Good. Whatever position you're in, see if you can just soften. Relax your head, relax your mouth, your jaw, and feel that the upper back can release a little bit. Okay, so the intention here is that you're getting a bit of a stretch across the chest and a massage on the edges of the chest, but the upper back muscles can slacken and release and relax, feeling your shoulder blades sinking slightly inwards towards one another. So I find I could lay in this position for a long time. Not everyone feels that way. So let's slowly, gently come out of it and just go right back into a nice child's pose. Okay, so knees wide, feet close together. And you can do Sphinx child's pose with your forehead resting on a block. Or maybe you want to extend your arms, get a nice little stretch in your shoulders. Okay, either way, soften, release, relax.